Hello ladies and gents, I'm SonnyLasVegas. I'm back from New Orleans after a week of vacation. Had an awesome time. Ate some amazing food. Oh, from day one to the last day. Well, no, not the last day. The last day we were like hungover. I woke up super early because I want to sleep super early. I am wide awake. I am not going back to sleep. Let's head to the gym. So I go to across the street, and it's always tempting from working out, driving down this main road and like Goodwill, gym, Goodwill, gym, Goodwill, gym. Sometimes I come to Goodwill and I don't go to the gym. And then sometimes I go to the gym and I don't go to Goodwill. Monday, 8:34. Early birds get the worm. And that lady came prepared with that seat and umbrella. It is getting a little warm. It was like high of 89 today here in Vegas. One thing I started doing that I'm going to share with you is that I'm really good at selling apparel. I've been doing it for years and opening up to other things out of my niche, and it's becoming very, very helpful. And I'll show you in the next video of what I'm talking about with that. And with these items, this one I believe was $4.99. Two other items that I ended up picking up in this particular area where I'm standing was like 99 cents and $1.99. So I'm just looking at the overall condition and putting them in the cart. Thrifting Las Vegas, excuse me, and Danny the Niche Lady usually have a bag and carry as well. Put a little kind of throw rug or blanket on the bottom so items don't slip around, and that is very useful to do because especially when you have stuff just being stacked in the basket, could ruin some things just by cleaning them together and causing damage that wasn't there when you get them. So all of this is all about making a profit. And last thing you want to do is take away from yourself. Another thing that I learned from Tiffany Thrifting Las Vegas is that I need to start, well, I should have probably showed you in the video, but rather than holding it down like I'm doing here, I do hold the items up to the light if they're glass, acrylic, plastic. And this one, I didn't know if it was acrylic or plastic, but there's some glue on the handle. But back to the point, if you hold it up to the light, you could actually catch more flaws, cracks, and items like that in glass than holding it down. And this right here, I wasn't sure if it was marble. I did try to see it in the search engine for the items and Google search and Google Lens. And I held on to it for a while because some of those things are made out of bronze and are actually vintage and could sell for hundreds to thousands. Unfortunately, that one wasn't worth much after about 30 minutes of looking at it at the back of the Goodwill. I've sold many of little miniature house items, from plants to pets to houses and things of those natures, and this just so happens to sell for that price that it shows on the back of the box, anywhere from $11 to $19, and for $5 I put it back. Vintage Frosty the Snowman, let's see if it works. Love that movie, classic. $12.99 with that camel toe. You'd be working it all these years. Yeah, I said camel toe. I ended up getting them anyways, not because of the camel toe, but because when I looked on Google Lens, just looking them up right away, working condition, they sell for like around $100. I was like blown away. I ended up getting it, and I'll share with you. See if it sells anytime soon. I have sold some Christmas items. This deer cup I ended up getting because they're $1.49, just for a while, just getting it in the cart. And there was two of them. Later on, I ended up finding that there are several listed. I do look at the condition. Any chips, not potato chips, but any chips are cracking on the top, edges, anywhere, any fading. And those cups are really nice, but something told me later on, like, nah, put it back. So I ended up putting it back. Starbucks, I've been scoring on Starbucks cups and have been selling some pretty often. 99 cents, which is, I love the person who listed these things, even as for myself. I don't know what the 0408 means. It doesn't match up with the year on the bottom of the cup. That's one thing I always look at, and usually Google Lens does a pretty good job at bringing up what I'm trying to figure out, what I have in my little sausage finger hands, as well as this Dutch Bros. I love Dutch Bros. I just sold a tumbler for $21 that I got in the same area about a month ago, maybe. And it sold for $21, and I bought it for $1.99. This cup was very cool, and I figured like I'm gonna get it, especially for the price, super cheap. And I'm pretty sure it sold probably for around the $15 to $20. I was super stoked. Guitar Hero in the box. First thing I do, I feel it, slide it around, see if there's any weight on the inside, see if I'm not gonna waste my time. I look at that price, $49.99, and I'm like, that's a little much, but we'll see. Are they in here? Let's have a moment of ASMR seconds of me not talking. Natural sounds only. I don't know about you, but I know about me, and I like to put things back the way I seen it. I was pretty stoked about this Polo Ralph Lauren XLT. That's tall, and look at that chain stitch. It's good to know the types of stitching, add little keywords, and those bring in value. I always look at the pits because sometimes they're just stained so bad, and even with new items, garments, t-shirts, things like this, blazers, I do flip the items inside out to see if there's any deodorant marks in there, because sometimes they're just so like plaqued, like stuck inside there. Trying to see if the tag says made in USA. It's not made in USA, but it's 100% cotton, which is good. This one should end up selling for around, I'm gonna say $25 to maybe even $35. Something kept telling me turn around. I've been wanting these shoes for a long time, and I'm glad I did. Might even be my size. These are Hoka Sky Arcali. They are not my size, but retail price of these $125 to possibly even $200 for the long run. I ended up scoring these for $14. Still has the Nordstrom rack sticker, and I've been telling Tommy and other people like I scored these shoes for like super cheap over there here in Vegas, and don't know how these made it this far. And people were walking by them, but everybody has something that they're looking for, and it's not always the same thing. Look at these, $13. These shoes should end up selling for around $60. I believe the person whoever turned in their collies also turned in these along with like 6 other pair of really nice shoes. Just some of them weren't worth getting like these shoes. They end up selling for around 30 bucks, and for half that price to pay for, I did not get them. I know I said I didn't get them, and I didn't. I'm saying what happened after the fact of looking them up at the end of the thrift ventures. This was another shoe, size 12. Like I said, I think the person ended up donating them. I don't know what that is, and I'm glad I don't have a good sense of smell. I was curious about getting them for 14 bucks. I think I could have probably sold them for 50 bucks, but or more. But I just felt like it was going to be a lot of cleaning, and something with white is that I'm very particular about trying to get white as white can be. And looking more and more in these, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna leave this for somebody else because I don't need to get everything, and if my stomach's not into it, then I must let it go. Another shoe right next to the ones I was showing you. They're all to the left and right of me, all size 12, all priced at $13.99. And oh, I almost dropped it. And just looking at condition, again, the white color is just one of those things like, do I want to get this? Do I not? Do I like the interior's good? The undersoles are great. Like, I'm just not feeling it. And for the price range, I could have probably got around 50 bucks for them, but I just felt like it wasn't for me, so I ended up passing on it. 7.99 purple tag. This Five Brothers is a brand to look out for, especially it being plaid. I always make sure that the buttons are on there. Oh, what about this pocket? Yep, button right there. It is really nice condition. There's a vintage tag as well if you look these up, Five Brothers. And for that dollar, I'm probably gonna end up flipping that into around 30 bucks. And I think that's a pretty good score. Really good brand to look out for, Five Brothers, especially the vintage, because it could double that price up to 60. Frodo feet, overlooking Frodo Baggins. They actually resell online for the same price that eBay was had a sticker on it. And I was like, nope, not doing it. My Little Pony. Where's the button on here? Here it is. My Little Pony. I've sold a few in the past few months for some really good prices, but it just had a lot of scuffs. I wasn't gonna deal with that either. Not wanting to do very much cleaning lately, because I gotta clean my office. Here's a brand that's good, Uggs. And what I'm trying to look at is the condition on the inside. I was trying to look at what that was on the bottom, and yeah, I did put my hand all the way up in there, and it just happened to be like little, what they call dust bunnies. And for the undersoles and the cleaner that I have for Uggs, those are going to be really easy to clean, and they should sell for around 60 bucks, maybe even more. Another brand that I've been selling a lot lately mainly men's, is these Echo, or some people say Esos. Really good undersoles, good uppers, and I figure, you know what, these might end up selling for $60 or more. I know some of the other shoes were like $13.99 and they could sell for around 50, but these were just better going with me. My gut says go for them, and I went with them. Nike shorts right there on the top, I ended up getting those for $1. They'll probably end up selling for around anywhere from 15 to 20 bucks. Got some vintage LL Bean. The dog on the right looks like my pup Tip, who's a Maltipoo. And for $4.99, I said, you know what, I'm going to get this using Google Lens. Now the price ends up going up to like $96.87 as you see here, but with the discounts I ended up paying like $74 and change. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to subscribe. Stay tuned for more of me and what it is that I do. Thank you.